This is so cool!
Someday, this will all be yours.
Hop follows E.B.
You're about to be crowned the Easter Bunny.
I want to drum in a band. I want to see the world.
A musician determined to avoid the family business and chase his dreams. After escaping to Los Angeles,
Excuse me. I'm Evie. And you are?
E.B. finds a reluctant ally in Fred O'Hare, a late bloomer with a few dreams of his own. But back home, a battle for Easter supremacy has begun.
We the bosses now!
And E.B. is torn between his music and his birthright.
I loved it! For the Easter chick to ride!
It ends here.
Expanding upon the mythology of Easter, Hop explores the difficulties of following in someone else's footsteps and chasing your own dreams.
I have a date with destiny.
Well, we're going to talk about the movie Hop, and we've all just seen it, including, welcome back, Hasna, and welcome for the first time, Liz. Let's have at it. Leah, let's start us off.
Okay, Hop is the story of E.B., voiced by Russell Brand.
Thank you.
E.B. really wants to be a rock star, even though he's heir to the Easter Bunny throne, which dispenses candy all over the globe. You have Fred, who really doesn't know what he wants to do in his life, but he knows he's destined for greatness. And when the two of them come together, they are able to realize their own dreams and each other's dreams, and it's a big, happy ending.
Well, I love the idea of a secret world manufacturing a holiday like an elf. I thought Elf was really heartwarming, it was really sweet, but I think Hop was no elf.
This is essentially a kid's movie, but there was really nothing to the story because it was just so hackneyed and, it's been overdone so much. And all there is just CGI chicks and, CGI bunnies, but the chicks are really ugly. I'm sorry.
Come on, I think you guys are being way too harsh. I actually went into this movie thinking I was not gonna like it because why make a movie about Easter? What is there to Easter? But I was pleasantly surprised to see well-developed original characters and a storyline that was sweet. It was about fathers and sons, and I liked it.
The movie positions itself as being about Easter, yet there is nothing in the movie that points to the reason for the season. There is no sentiment, there is no holiday mention, there is no reference to the resurrection of Jesus Christ. There is nothing in this movie that points to the notion of Easter except the crass commercial aspect of holidays, which I think that this whole movie is attempting to be, which is a big, giant, massive marketing ploy to turn this time of year into the kind of consumer porn that we experience during the Christmas time of the year. And that's all it really is.
It's like someone took Santa Claus and then ham-fistedly crammed him inside the Easter Bunny. He has a secret factory that used to make candy for the world's children all year round. Right. He rides a gigantic purple sleigh that's shaped like an egg.
Pulled by chicks!
Pulled by 100 little chickens. I mean, this is basically Santa Claus in Easter Bunny's clothes. It's a complete masquerade. I don't think it's actually tried. So there seems to be a bit of a consensus as far as story goes. It's a little bit trite, a little bit overly commercial. How much of that do we put down to this writing team of Cinco Paul and Ken Daurio?
It's a wasted opportunity. I mean, it's an unmined, resource. I mean, I don't know any other Easter movies. I mean, can you guys think of any other Easter movies that are like family films that are really enjoyable? I can't. And I think this was a fantastic opportunity to create a mythology around Easter that, people of all faiths and all backgrounds could enjoy. And they ruined that.
To give them a little more credit, though, I feel like there are some lines in the movie that are genuinely funny.
Come on, this is a kid's movie.
Even though it is a kid's movie, it doesn't mean you have to be lazy in this way. It doesn't mean you have to. It doesn't mean you're allowed to be a little bit racially insensitive. And you take a movie like Toy Story 3, which granted is at the height of its game, and there is something very humane, very touching, very adult-like, even though this is a movie for for kids.
And you know what? You can take on the controversial, I think. You just have to give me a story.
But on this issue of giving something to the adults, it seems as though the inclusion of David Hasselhoff.
I didn't like it. I loved it!
Who comes in about 3/4 of the way doing an X Factor style America's Got Talent show. He comes in and he, is supposed to give you that adult humor. But this speaks to one of the miscasts, I think.
This speaks to more of the marketing.
Yeah, it's like so amongst David Hasselhoff, of this cast of many fine comedians. What do you guys think?
When he first came on screen, I was like, oh gosh, this is going to be so sad and uncomfortable. But I think he did a good job with it. He wasn't, taking himself too seriously. He totally was having fun with the role, and it worked for me.
Does it not feel, though, a casting decision amongst many where they didn't use the people they had to their best ability?
Oh no, come on.
Gary Cole being a very good example.
I love Gary Cole because, he's been in, Office Space. And
and I almost forgot. I'm also going to need you to go ahead and come in on Sunday.
He's also the voiceover for Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, which is one of my favorite programs of all time.
Oh my God, what is the show that you're talking about?
Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law.
Nobody else watches it.
It's on Adult Swim. I'm sorry. I'm a nerd. I'm sorry.
You guys are all focusing on minor characters. Let's talk about the main character who was so adorable and cute. I just wanted to reach out and pet him the entire time.
You wanted to pet James Marsden, or you wanted to pet the Easter Bunny?
Oh, the bunny was cute too. Okay. But he worked for me.
Fair enough.
Do we think our director, Tim Hill, does he acquit himself?
Well, you would think he could, but all he's done is just, kind of bullshit like Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties.
The question is, why do you get so angry about movies that no one has ever seen?
Because they are still movies. He's also directed a shit ton of SpongeBob cartoons, right?
What about the bunny? I thought he was designed perfectly, and Russell Brand did an amazing job.
I mean, like, if you only talk about Marsden and Russell Brand together,
which are the two main characters? That's what we should be talking about.
No, it was like a Russell Brand love fest, and that scene with Russell Brand and Russell Brand, it was like too much Russell Brand.
No. That was the scene.
You mean where live Russell Brand shows up and has a conversation with Bunny Russell Brand?
That was the scene that sold me on it, because when he walks in the room, I was like, oh my God, that's his real voice. He totally sold me on his bunny character.
But it was Russell Brand being Russell Brand. And I really think it's time to vote. So, if you wouldn't mind taking your tickets?
Sure.
All right, so Wayne.
All right, so for me, I watched this movie with a complete different mindset. I treated this as a show on Nick Jr., but if you want me to treat this as a regular movie, I'm going to say skip it.
Yes. Leah.
I'm going to say hop down the bunny trail right into the trash can. Skip it.
All right.
That's worse than the movie. Jesus.
If you have kids and you want to take your kids for a fun movie, I think you'll be satisfied with this. So I say see it.
Oh.
Liz.
Well, far be it from me to deprive you of a 90-minute babysitter, but I didn't like it, so skip it.
Yes. So it looks like we have one ticket, which means unfortunately that's a stream it.
At least it's a stream it.
Stream it for Hop.
Alrighty.
Chin chin.
Chin chin.